fun trip. The feet were awful, but I just rested a lot and gritted my teeth a lot and still managed to have an amazing time. For some reason we didn't have to wait in lines a lot, and I'm on my way to work. It was just awesome, just simply awesome. We're already planning another trip, see when, you know, we might work out going back, because it was a lot of fun. Dreadful thing just happened right before I left. I went to look at the pictures and to post some pictures to Facebook from our trip. All my pictures are gone. All my pictures. I didn't delete anything. I haven't done anything to my phone at all. The last picture I took, while I was in Orlando, I got a gift for someone. Well, they asked me to pick it up for them because it was from Harry Potter World, and they asked me to get it. So I sent them a picture of I took a picture of the receipt for the thing I bought for them, because they're going to reimburse me. And that is the only picture I have. That's the last thing I took, and that is the only picture in my phone. I don't understand what happened to them. My storage wasn't over or anything like that. Like, my phone still has half the storage left. I have no clue. I have a Note 5, Note 4, Note 5. I can't remember, Note 4 or Note 5. I think it's a Note 5. But I'm at a loss, and I'm so heartbroken. All my pictures of when my grandbabies were born, and then, you know, most recently this trip to Orlando, Universal, and Islands of Adventure, I have none of those pictures. There's a couple I posted to, like, say Instagram, or I might have posted one or two on Facebook for, while we were there, and that is all the pictures I have now. They're gone. If anybody knows what possibly might retrieve them, someone had suggested the cloud, and I didn't have it previously set up because I still don't know what the flippin' cloud is, so I didn't have that fixed. So I did go and set it up for now in the future, but it said no documents to retrieve or whatever, so it's not going to help me right now, but it'll help me, subsequent pictures I take now. But I don't know how to retrieve what I've lost and where they possibly could be floating around in, cyberspace, maybe, that I can find them, because I didn't physically delete anything. I took a picture, and I remember that picture that I took. That's the last picture that I took on my phone, and I did that this morning so I could send her the picture of the receipt, and that's the only picture I have. There's no point in crying about it, that's what I really want to do, because I have no pictures. Anyway, if anybody knows how I can retrieve those, please let me know. I would be very grateful. I'm just sick about it. Anyway, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. It was a fun Halloween, I can tell you about that. I had worked, if you see my previous videos, that I worked on the green pumpkin for my grandbaby Paisley, and she had the morph suit, and she was put a face on it, and it was gonna be really cute with a green tutu and a headband with these vines on it that I made. And they somehow forgot to get the tutu and the headband, so all that work was for naught, because they forgot them. So she went in the morph suit, and that's all she wore. So anyway, you got to see the video of me making those useless things. They were useless, so I just took the tutu apart, because there's, it wasn't like quality merchandise anyway, so I just took it apart. And there's not really any need for me to have that green tutu laying around the house. So anywho, so what we personally did at home, I had told everybody I wasn't decorating because I knew I was going to be wore out from that trip, and I could barely walk. Today I'm just now starting to feel like I can just walk, halfway normally, but my feet hurt so bad. So I did a little, very basic decorating outside. My son and my husband helped me. We put up, my oldest, Adam, helped. we put up some spider webs, and the baby child had to work. Aspen had to work, so he only had to work for 1 hour. So then he like booked it home, and he wore his customary carved out pumpkin on his head, is what he does. And I would have posted a picture of that here, but I have no pictures. So anyway, he wore the pumpkin on his head, and he does this thing where he tips the top, you know, he cuts the top off and he tips it to the people, and he acts very Dapper Dan while he has the pumpkin on his head, and he has suspenders. It's cute. And then we had a little bench, and I had like these things I had from last year, old decrepit containers of bat wings and, you know, that kind of stuff. Put those on there with some skulls and some pumpkins and some lights, and I had very scary, creepy music playing really loud. And I just sat in a chair out front, and I put a black sheet around me, like I put it over my head and everything, so you couldn't see anything but just black, like a black ghost basically. And I just sat in the chair and rocked a reborn, my realborn Summer Rain, Clementine. I just sat there with her in my lap and just rocked. And I'm gonna do my witch laugh for you people. How embarrassing, but you know, I had a sheet on my head, so I didn't care on Halloween night. And these people were so freaked out. I waited until they got almost off the driveway, and then I let out a huge cackle, and it scared the crap out of them. It was hilarious. Oh, I'm not gonna do it loud, but I would go, ah! It's so awesome. And I did a bunch of them, and then they would say, is that a real baby? And I'd go, is that a real baby? Like, they couldn't see me, you know, I was under black, and I would just mock them. And when they'd say, can I hold it? I would go, baby, I want to hold the baby. You know, I just kind of ignored them and just mocked them, because I certainly wasn't going to give them my doll. So anyway, it was hilarious. And they were scared to come up there because they didn't know what was under that sheet, you know, and it was just a last minute stupid thing, but it was so effective. People were so scared, and it was just silly. But we had the most fun. Let me stop for this red light. We really had a lot of fun. Ooh, he chose to run right on through that light. Oh well. It was fun. But the cackling witch, you know, and when my son had the pumpkin on his head, and they would be like afraid of me, and I would tell them like, it's the pumpkin you gotta worry about, you know, and then they would be scared of him too. It was awesome. Oh, I had so much fun. And the scary music, you know, was loud, and it was really creepy sounding, and part of it would have like little kids sing-songing and doll like music box and just scary stuff, just creepy. And I really had a good time doing that. We had fun. And of course we had a smoke machine making it foggy and stuff, so that added to the creepiness. But it was a lot of fun. Just for a last minute thing that we just threw together, you know. We didn't plan on doing anything. But, you know, my youngest, he really loves Halloween. And he was so sad when he found out, because we had planned on going to the mall and just trick-or-treating there. And, you know, he was going to wear his pumpkin head. And we decided not to go to the mall because, number one, I could not walk all that way with my feet. So he just looked so sad when I said I wasn't decorating. So when he went on to work, we just threw some stuff out there while he was gone and got the music playing and everything. And he was thrilled when he got home and saw that we were doing a little bit of something anyway. So it was fun. We don't have a whole lot of trick-or-treaters by any means that come by our house. We did when the boys were younger. We had tons. But now, the neighborhood, it's just, you know, people go to different areas that, like some new complexes that have sprung up. They mostly go to those places, or they go to churches for like trunk or treat kind of things. And I really think the cities, and I realize that they're trying to be safe, but they've ruined Halloween by making it in the daylight, and it's not fun. And like last year we showed scary scenes and things on our with our projector into a big sheet thing we draped in the garage, and we had our scary scene like in the garage. And it was forever before you could even see the video playing, because it was still daylight, and it has to be dark for those things to work. And Halloween is just absolutely no fun in the daytime. You know, all all the things you light your pumpkin, what's the point if it's daylight? You know, it just makes me irritated, because it used to be the best time when I was young, because you waited until dark. You know, you didn't put your costume on until it was almost dark, and then you went out. So I don't know why they have to do it in the daylight. I don't like it, and it just takes all the fun out of it to me, and to everybody else I talk to. I don't know who made the decision, because nobody I ever talk to agrees with it, so I don't know. Anyway, enough about Halloween and enough about me. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, and I certainly appreciate y'all watching my ramblings. Thanks for your emails, and I just appreciate y'all watching me so much. I'm going to get back to working on little Spencer pretty soon. I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things since we got back from Florida. I'm taking my own sweet time about trying to put myself back together into real person mode. So I'll get it going, and we'll start working on Spencer. Maybe we'll work on him a little bit tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I'll keep it posted.